Alright guys, so here is my take. Let me close my window here. Here's my take of my review of Silent Hill 2. Okay, if you want a nice essay-like review, you can go check another video. But if you want something straightforward, simple, I'm doing that right now. So Silent Hill 2 is a great game. Actually, it's a good game. It's not great, it's good. It's great with scares, but let's talk about the story. The story was just, it's almost this is how I see it. They started the story, right? Telling the story in the beginning. They pushed that aside for like 90% of the game. Okay, maybe 80%. And then they pushed all the scary parts and puzzles in that big gap. Okay? Like there are small slots in between that tell some kind of story. But that's it. I finally found out the actual story or the conclusion or where the story was going or what the story was about really towards the end of the game, which was really frustrating because I would love to have a game tell the story in the beginning, you know, some parts in the middle, and then of course the finale at the end. Okay, so the story is you know. The character development, not a good job. There are 3 characters other than myself that were in the story. Mildred, I believe, that girl with the black hair. There's Mary, okay, that looked like my wife, I guess. And then there's Laura, which is the little girl. I'm not gonna really spoil it for you guys, but the development, when I say it wasn't good, it's just that I really don't know why they were there in the first place. Why they were part of the story. I think it felt like they were just put in there just to not make me feel alone in the game. But Mildred's story wasn't developed, like fully developed. Laura's story wasn't developed. Okay, spoiler alert. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about them real quick. And if you want to fast forward to the part, I'm gonna be like this, okay? This is the part where you can fast forward to. That means I'm done talking about the characters. So the first one is Mildred. Correct me if I'm wrong with her name. See, I don't even remember her name. She wasn't that impactful. I met her in the cemetery. She popped up in and out of the game talking about I'm trying to find my mama. She's probably like 17, 18, 19 years old. It's like, I'm trying to find my mama. Okay. The memorable parts was like the first part when I first met her in the cemetery. Then there was another part when I met her with a knife in her hand and she was acting all crazy. And another part was her dad, which was a fucking freak of nature monster. Okay, like that's your dad? No bro, no. So those 3. Okay, next is Mary. I met her in like a porch or like a patio, and then she followed me quite a bit. And then what's another one? There was like 2 memories of her like dying or something, and then I found her in a cell, and then she died again. I don't know her story. Okay. The third one, I'm sorry, there are 4. So the next one is Eddie. You know, he wears a cap. He's kind of a big guy. I met him in like one of the buildings at and he was like he had a knife or something, and there was a dead body in the apartment. And he was like, oh, it's not my fault, I didn't kill him. Okay, whatever. You know, he locked himself in the bathroom and I didn't see him again until he popped up another time with a gun and he killed someone. And then he ran away again, and then he popped up again, and then he, like, whatever, killed someone. And then the next time, the last time I saw him, or something like that, he was complaining about being bullied by me and being, you know, like, I was not treating him right. I was treating him like shit. And then he wanted to kill me, and then I kicked his ass. Done. Who the heck? I don't know why he wanted to kill me. And blaming me for whatever. Like I said, the story of it, they didn't show. The fourth one was Laura. She appeared here and there throughout the game, like freaking playing hide and seek with me, you know, drawing me, or like making me, like, I guess, is it drawing me to certain places? I would say drawing me to certain places, making me follow her. And the only story that I know is that she liked Mary, my ex, or my wife, sorry. They had a relationship. I don't know. That's it. I don't know her story. What was she? And all, like, throughout this, I was just wondering about this character. Like, why are you even here? Like, this place is full of monsters and killers and all that crap, and they're running around doing whatever they're trying to do. So, and that pissed me off. The development of the story, like how they introduced this, like, some of the story in the beginning about my wife, you know, finding my wife. Then they pushed that aside for me. Then they put a whole chunk, 80% of the game, a whole chunk was like running around finding stuff like keys, key items, and then going from building to building to building, solving puzzles. I'm like, what am I trying to do? Where is my wife? That's the whole thing is like, what am I doing? Is my wife here or is she not? What am I doing? I really thought that this was really like a crazy psychological, like, train ride or whatever, journey, because it's just like meshing it together. I couldn't mesh it together with what was happening, the characters and the story and all that. Granted, this is an old game, but if you're gonna remake, I would say, like, don't, like, try to be better. You know, if you're gonna remake something, try to, you know, go through the game, or like see, like, hey, this wasn't developed, what's the story here, maybe we should add something here and there. I don't know. And that was really, that's my take on it. Okay, the scares, the monsters were okay. They were repetitive. They're like the same monsters throughout the freaking game. And then that Conehead guy, like, I finally, I think I fought him like 3 times total. The first 2 times were like, there were just 1, and then suddenly at the 3rd time there was 2. And then it ended them killing themselves. I'm like, dude, give me the freaking opportunity to kill them. Why they had to kill themselves? Great, okay. What else? So the scares are great. Their characters, story, Now I didn't play the first game, but now maybe that's why people are saying, like, you know, the original was better. I don't know. What else? And that's about it. So out of 10, so here we go. I'm doing this right now for those who are skipping. Okay, for those who now, my take on it, out of 10, it's like, I would say 6.5 to a 7. 6.5 to a 7. If I high 6 to just 7.0. Yeah, I mean, I would throw in decimals because I would say between the 6 and 7. If I was given that option, I'll be like 6.75. Yeah. Silent Hill 2, good game. Worth the money. You know, I got it on discount. Thank God. But yeah, it's just there was definitely, it could have been definitely improved. But great game. Good game to give me the scares and the thrills and the horror that I was looking for in a while, that I haven't gotten in a while. But yeah, thanks guys for listening, and yeah, later.